Alright, let's start from the beginning. Sharpening of a chisel. This video got 292 views really fast. Don't really know what happened there, but we started off on our first project, which was the dovetail boxes. I went in super confident. I thought I had it in the bag. It was okay, but it took a lot of time. But here you can see me chiseling out my little dovetails and then listen to the click. Ooh, so nice. Then I got to sanding and it came out really pretty, holding some of my seasonings in my kitchen. And then we moved on to our next project, which was the wood turning. My sample turned out so well. I thought it was going to be so easy. It was not that easy, but it ended up being really pretty on my candlesticks. I was super happy with the way it was looking. The bowl is where it all went wrong. I was struggling, could not get it right, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out at the end of the day. Here it is with my table, and then here's everyone's. Look at how pretty they all are, all lit up. Then we had our next trip to Case, which was to start my wood bending, which was a fun process, but definitely very time consuming. But honestly, it was kind of therapeutic, the back and forth between the table saw and planing it. It was really nice. I enjoyed it. But then is when we get to the trouble. Started gluing up. It was fine. It was going good. I got overly confident and took a photo while trying to start my bend. I would not suggest it because then my outer layer snapped. So I had to keep going. I retaped it, reclamped it, hoped for the best for the next part of it. And then after it was dry, I cut it on the bandsaw, created some cool little wavy patterns on it, and then I sanded it and sanded it and sanded it for a very long time. And then here's my final outcome. I love the way it turned out. It was so pretty. And then we get to see a little bit of everyone's laid out on the table. Next, I created my technical drawing, which was the same size as me. It was really fun. And then another trip to Case with everyone. So fun. Picking up all the stuff for our final. I also had to go to Hobby Lobby to get the mirror. And then here I am cutting even more strips from the same type of wood, just different piece. And it went pretty well, but it took a really long time. I cut over 30 strips because I wanted to be very prepared in case something snapped like last time. And then here you see me stacking it up, and then I went to the lathes the next morning, and I was singing, I was jamming out, I was so confident to make these. And then you can see soon in this next clip that I lost a lot of that confidence. But it was just really long, so it shook a little, but it turned out pretty good. And then here I am going to Rugby for a huge piece of plywood, using that to make my forms. I was cutting out all the holes, doing bend after bend after bend, and it turned out really, really nice. And then I got to sanding all my pieces and sanding my main piece, and then I started to screw it all together, and in that process I decided to cover up my screw holes, which turned out to be okay. Not the best, but then I was bringing it in to do my finishing, and it was getting so pretty, and here's my final photo. Overall, I learned so much this quarter, so many skills, and I love how things turned out. And I also made a lot of messes, so thank you to my roommate through this last quarter, but I cleaned up most of it. Most of it's the keyword. So see you all next quarter.